What's up? Angry Jackalope here, Rob Ricks, here on the Healthy Jackalope Show. Going to talk to you a little bit about why it's important to be an entrepreneur, to take your destiny in your own hands. Look, I saw a presentation last week from a good friend of mine. He's in the process of getting a team together, Y Team 6, to really push longevity out there and try to get as many people involved as possible. And in his presentation, he cited some facts that were a little bit interesting to me that I'm going to share with you right now. So in this inception of our country, 90% of the people were entrepreneurs, 10% were employees. Okay? That's a little bit interesting, but not too surprising considering the fact that most people back then were farmsteading, doing things to, survive, and they were bartering out products with each other. And you had a guy that did horseshoes. You had a guy that was raising chickens. He might give him a couple of chickens for some horseshoes for his horse. So everybody kind of contributed to society, and there you go. But the 10% that were employees, basically they were either fell into one of two camps. Either they were journeyman apprentices, folks that were trying to learn a trade or a craft so that they could be entrepreneurs and self-employed, or they were a secondary group of people that had debt, maybe via gambling or living outside their means, and they became indentured servants, and that's kind of where employees came from. Now, fast forward to today, that number has flipped. Okay, so now we have 90% employees and 10% entrepreneurs. Being an entrepreneur is difficult, but it is gratifying. It gives you a freedom that being an employee could never ever give you, such as I spend most of my time as a self-employed entrepreneur scheduling my time, right? I have a lot more freedoms. I could take my kids to school every day. I pick my kids up from school every day. I spend time with them working on their homework, and that is a lot of gratifying freedom. I get to see my kids actually grow up. Where there was a period of time where I was an employee and I had a 2-hour commute, and it was in the Bay Area, really bad, horrific traffic. So I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, leave at 5 o'clock, get to the job, do the 8 hours on the job, sometimes spend another couple hours to try to wait for the commute to die down, and then drive all the way back home. I was so exhausted at the end of the day, I didn't want to see or spend any time with my kids, and I had a brand new baby at the time. So here I am self-employed and I'm doing my own thing, and that's fine, but I'm not getting the financial rewards that I had hoped for. So I look at the compensation plans that Longevity has, and I'm going to try that out. And I'm really hopeful that with the same amount of effort that I put in as being an entrepreneur, that there will be quite a few benefits reaped from this particular product line. I've done due diligence. I've vetted out the company. I invite you to do the same. Once you scratch and dig, you see it's a legitimate company that has outstanding potential. Okay, growth potential is beyond belief. I know you're looking at me going, his talking doesn't quite match his looking. And yeah, I've worn a lot of different hats, and people are always surprised that I actually know a few things. Yes, I might look a little rough and rugged, right? I might have grew up in the hood, but I like to think that I'm a smart cookie. I've been around. I actually learned quite a few things. So anyway, getting back to my original point. Why are there less entrepreneurs now than there was back in the day? And I think a lot of that is the system. We got rid of organized slavery, and I think in its place we've gotten invisible slavery. We are all slaves living inside of glass cages with glass shackles. We can't see them, but we are shackled. We are slaves. What are we slaves to? Debt. Right? Credit cards, mortgages. Look at your bills. How much of the bills are going towards debt, student loans, things of that nature? You know what, my friends? These are the keys to the shackles. We need to unburden ourselves from the glass shackles, and glass is easy to break. You need to break free take our destinies in our hand, do our thing. And you know what? It's not easy. It's going to be a paradigm shift for you. But if you stretch your mind and you actually believe in yourself, that's the key. You need to believe in yourself. Don't let other people bring you down, right? You do you, and you'll succeed. You have to fight, though. Every day is going to be a fight. But you fight long enough, guess what? It's easy peasy. All right, that's it. This video went a little longer than I hoped, but you know, it's kind of important to talk about some of these things and touch on these points. So anyway, I invite you to go to healthyjackalope.com, learn more about the longevity products. There's videos that are on there. Obviously, all these videos are sitting there for you to go and look at. There's also information down below, other YouTube videos from information about Dr. Wallach, information about products. On the right-hand side of the actually, you see, go down the website on the right. Yep, right-hand side. There's quick, easy links to get started trying this stuff out. I invite you to try it, see how it is. It's working for me. I love it. You can tell by my energy. Blah, blah, blah. I am Speedy Gonzalez right now because I'm trying to make these videos nice and short for you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to talk like that this whole time. It'll blow your brains. Anyway, that's it for now. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself. Until next time, I'm your Jackalope.